All right, hello everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. What AI solutions are available for software testers? Thank you for joining us. Please keep in mind to keep your microphones muted. If you have any questions during the presentation, please type them in the chat and we can address them during the open discussion at the end. The webinar will run for about 30 minutes. A little bit more about me. So my name is Dilavar. I'm a technical analyst here at TestWheel. I work with our clients such as the U.S. Air Force and the Department of Defense to modernize their testing processes and help them adopt TestWheel. We help their QA teams transition from manual or open source workflows to streamline no-code testing. And the team leads and project managers that we've worked with report that we've helped improve overall testing efficiency, increase regression test coverage, and enhance their overall software quality for mission critical applications. So we're extremely proud of these results, which reflect our commitment to providing AI-powered no-code testing solutions that ensures every release for our clients is functional, bug-free, and reliable. Like I said earlier, the webinar will run for about 30 minutes. We'll begin with our insights on the current state of software testing, and we'll move on to AI capabilities and solutions offered for QAs and SDETs. Finally, we'll move into why TestWheel, and finish off with a brief demo of the TestWheel platform. So what is the current testing process for most teams? As a lot of you may know, today most teams rely on a mix of manual testing and script-based automation tools like Selenium. Both approaches tend to be slow, repetitive, prone to human error, and are difficult to scale, especially in faster-paced CI/CD pipelines. Open source tools like Selenium offer some benefits, allowing teams to write reusable automated scripts for faster testing and broader coverage, but they come with challenges. Challenges like scripts are time consuming to write, they break easily with minor UI changes, and require constant upkeep. In many cases, maintaining these tests becomes a bottleneck in itself. Traditional testing methods often can't keep pace with modern demands and can let defects slip all the way into production, leading to costly consequences. All right. So according to IBM, fixing a bug after release can cost up to 100 times more than fixing it in the design phase. NIST estimates that software bugs cost the US economy nearly 60 billion annually, over half of which could be avoided with stronger testing practices. In fact, over 80% of production bugs could be caught earlier with a more effective testing process. So what's the solution? AI-powered test automation platforms like TestWheel streamline and accelerate testing while delivering broader coverage with fewer resources. So AI no-code test authoring with self-healing is the natural evolution of traditional open source automation tools like Selenium or Playwright. These platforms enable development teams to test software faster than legacy approaches by simplifying test maintenance, removing the learning curve for complex workflows and programming, and reducing technical requirements by eliminating the need to write and constantly maintain code. So the return on investment of transitioning to a no-code AI-enhanced solution is significant as well. In our experience, it cuts costs, drives efficiency, and bridges staffing gaps. So anyone in your organization can automate tests, eliminating the need for manually written open source scripts in Java, C# or other complex programming languages, which makes testing accessible to QAs of all skill levels while setting up your team for future maintenance and operational efficiency. So next, let's take a look at some of the specific AI capabilities that are available to you today and kind of how they work. With agentic AI, you can author test scripts without manually writing steps or Selenium scripts. Just describe the test steps in natural language with an AI agent, and the platform generates a test case for you. So this significantly reduces the test creation time and required expertise compared to traditional methods. TestWheel's AI agent allows for users to provide basic requests in natural language and converts them into automation scripts and test cases for you, simplifying the test creation process. Next, what if you make a minor UI change? So minor UI changes are notorious for breaking automation tests built with Selenium, which is where the term flaky testing comes from. Now, with the AI enhanced solutions, you can say goodbye to flaky tests. Even if you're making frequent UI changes, the AI has you covered. So TestWheel self-healing technology detects and rectifies UI changes automatically, providing detailed reporting on what changed and how it was resolved. Transitioning to a different testing process can prove to be challenging. Teams adopting a new tool often worry about disrupting workflows and lengthy learning curves while also trying to meet their current deadlines. And this is where AI shines. At TestWheel, we make transitioning from manual or script-based testing to no-code automation seamless. Our AI test conversion capability instantly transforms manual test cases or existing Selenium scripts into reusable automated self-healing tests, meaning there's no need to start from scratch. So TestWheel is a purpose-built tool that's built to host all these AI capabilities and more, including codeless test authoring, AI-assisted self-healing, AI test case and script conversion, built-in chatbot support and tutorials, and more. Our mission at TestWheel is to provide an all-in-one testing platform that delivers enterprise-grade capabilities without enterprise-grade costs. So instead of juggling separate tools for web applications, mobile apps, and APIs, you get everything under one cost-effective framework with built-in test management. So like I touched on earlier, TestWheel has helped federal organizations modernize to no-code automation testing. For our clients at the U.S. Air Force, we increased their test coverage by transitioning them to a fully automated no-code workflow and fully implementing automated regression testing, where previously no regression testing existed due to a lack of resources and fast-paced development life cycles. Some of the other federal organizations using TestWheel include the Department of Defense, the National Archives, and the Department of Commerce. So why is TestWheel trusted and chosen for testing mission-critical applications? Well, it comes down to our security and compliance. TestWheel is Iron Bank listed, which means we meet the highest DoD security standards and are pre-vetted for federal use. So this listing expedites adoption for software tools across government organizations, making the adoption and license process much easier. We also integrate seamlessly into existing data systems, systems of records, and ERP platforms. And additionally, we're chosen because of our short learning curve and test coverage for web, native mobile, API, load testing, and more. So with the right security and compliance in place, both public organizations and private enterprises can confidently adopt AI-driven testing, unlocking its potential to handle repetitive tasks and empower testers to focus on what truly matters. Just a brief little summary. TestWheel is an AI-powered no-code testing platform that enables fast end-to-end automated testing for web, load, API, and native mobile applications. We offer all the AI capabilities on the market today and more, including AI test creation, self-healing, and script conversion. So whether you're transitioning from manual testing or migrating away from open source frameworks, TestWheel simplifies automation with codeless test creation, intelligent workflows, and built-in integrations with CI/CD tools like Jira, Azure DevOps, and more. And you can see on the bottom of the slide here if there are any custom integrations that you're interested in, whether we already integrate with them or if you would like to add that into our capabilities, please feel free to ask towards the end. TestWheel also offers full test management features to help QA leaders plan, track, and report across teams all in one place. Mhm. The TestWheel's mission. At TestWheel, our goal is to make automation accessible, scalable, and efficient for teams of all sizes. We offer one-on-one sessions, monthly updates, and releases, as well as strong support networks for our users. And with that, I'd like to go ahead and shift gears into a kind of high-level demo so we can see briefly TestWheel in action. All right. So welcome to the TestWheel demonstration. Again, I'll just give a brief kind of introduction to it. TestWheel is a cloud-based AI-enhanced test automation solution that can handle web, native mobile, API, and load testing. Right after logging in, you land on the dashboard. And the dashboard kind of gives a high-level overview of all the testing activity with interactive charts, tracking execution, pass-fail rates, and trends over time, making it easy to see your testing progress at a glance. So we're going to skip around the menu on the left here as I showcase a high-level overview of some of the features provided by TestWheel. So starting at the top here, we have users. So TestWheel is built for collaborative testing, meaning one admin can manage multiple testers and developers. All right. Everyone has defined roles but works on the same projects for better visibility and teamwork. The next page we're going to check out is the applications page. In the application page, it kind of serves as TestWheel's central hub. Each row or application represents a test or a test workflow and shows application name, type, description, and environment. So we touched on this a bit earlier, but a brief breakdown of how it works. TestWheel's AI augmented self-healing. It basically takes a clean test run as a baseline when it's toggled on. And for all future runs while it's toggled on, it will check for any minor changes to the UI, locators, and alter them accordingly, producing a report at the end. So this will happen mid-run. It'll make any changes that need to be made to continue the test, and then provide you a detailed report at the end, breaking down what was changed and why. If we move down here, you'll see a pencil icon, which allows you to edit your applications. The green icon at the end allows you to run the test. You just select the browser that you want to run the test on. And finally, the plug icon is our record and playback feature. And the record and playback works like any traditional record and playback feature. It allows you to capture UI interactions live. You click through your app, and TestWheel generates automation scripts automatically. And once they've been exported back into TestWheel, you have the ability to go ahead and make any changes to your user data if you need to. TestWheel also offers a chatbot, which allows you to request additional assistance with the TestWheel platform, as well as help authoring basic test cases. We come here. Offer up a URL. And now you'll see TestWheel has navigated successfully to the tax CPAL login page, and it shows you a series of workflows that it can assist you in creating test cases for. So in this case, you get the login, the registration, recover your password, or sign in using a single sign-on through Google or Microsoft. All right, so if we wanted to log in, we can just simply tell TestWheel that we're ready to log in. And it will then go ahead and request additional test data from you. So in this case, to log in, please enter your email, your password, and then click login. Once you've completely entered all your information here, we'll go ahead and do it now. And the fire alarm has ended for me as well. And here we go. You can see we've successfully logged into our dashboard and we have access to the following page. So once we log in, you'll see the same page over here. All right. So once you've completed a workflow, all you do is simply type end and you offer up where you'd like to save the test case. Now I have a lot of applications. Most users won't have this many unless you're already implementing TestWheel within your test cases organization. So we are going to use 404. Now within application data, we have the ability to view our test data. So in this case, you can see the URL that we provided to the chatbot has made it into our application data. Head over to UI properties, select the test we just built using our chatbot, and you'll see again, it stores not only ID and XPath, it also stores the X name or class name, CSS selector for each step. So you'll see again, login password, XPath, class name, and CSS selector, and finally the button login. All right. If you need to make any alterations to your user data, that means your username or password, you have the ability to do that right here as well. All right. And from there, it's a basic run from there, and you'll be able to see the report. All right, so that's kind of how the chatbot works. So as of right now, we support pretty basic workflows that TestWheel can gauge from your provided URL. And next, we'll go ahead and take a brief look at TestWheel's optional Excel-driven workflow for structured test creation. So the Excel workflow is based on 3 pre-formatted sheets, including authentication, UI properties, and user data, which you will see within the documents here. You have the ability to download these 3 sheets. And then once you've downloaded and filled them out with the appropriate data, you go ahead and upload them to the appropriate application. Most teams nowadays prefer our DevOps integrations, AI-generated tests, or record and playback feature, but the Excel option remains a simple low-code approach and is a great place for teams to start generating consistent testing practices through TestWheel. So once a test gets completed, TestWheel will actually shoot you an email notifying you, which I just received the email. And we can see here our new application, the test that we just ran using the chatbot successfully. We also get the corresponding screenshots as well. Mhm. So within the test results, you get the application name, the type of test it was, date, start and end times, as well as the test result, along with the browser it ran on, a report, and a video recording. All right, next thing we'll take a look at is our Azure DevOps integration. So TestWheel directly integrates with Azure DevOps, making manual to automated test migration seamless for teams that use Azure right now. To connect your DevOps to TestWheel, you just navigate to the integrations page here on the left and enter the necessary configuration information, which I have already done here. You simply create an application and then add that application here. So in this case, it's demo Azure import, provide your Azure URL, private access token, and project name, as well as toggling on or off whether you want auto bug creation included. So once connected, TestWheel has the ability to pull test cases directly from DevOps and convert them into automated scripts, which we can see within manual test. You simply navigate over to the application that you just selected, demo as your import. In this case, you can see I've already downloaded the test, but the process would look something like this. Upload test as your import. You select the board that the test is from, your test plan, test suite, and test case. All right, provide a test name and upload, in which case I already have, and that looks like this once it's been uploaded. And from there, it's just a single click automation to go ahead and begin your test. Jira works in much the same way. Simply navigate to integrations once again. Our Jira integration allows you to configure it just like this. You provide an application name, your Jira URL, username, API token, project key, and then whether or not you would like to toggle on or off auto bug creation. And in the same way, you head back to manual test, select your application, and run the test from there. TestWheel also offers pretty extensive API testing. It offers 3 forms of API testing at the moment: the Swagger, manual, and JWT authenticated. So this is what it looks like here. Sorry, you select API test, and you select one of your applications. We'll go ahead and start with API Swagger. You just simply provide your Swagger URL, which I already did. And then once you provide the URL, you fetch your APIs from there and then enter any test data that you need to. All right. With the manual test, it's as simple as it sounds. You just create a get test manually. For example, you can just add test data here, provide a test name, HTTP type, target URL, offer any parameters, authorization, headers, and request body, as well as expected response, and then run the test from the application page. All right, and in much the same way, JWT Authenticated API allows you to edit JWT data. Once that's been completed, you can go ahead and in the same manner as the manual API test setup, add test data, and move on from there. All right, the API management module, see right here, this allows any user to trigger the test from anywhere. So once the application's been registered, you can trigger the test from anywhere in the CI/CD pipeline, integrating with tools like Jenkins. It will trigger the test and generate the report for you. The Azure DevOps plugin is publicly available, and now the Jenkins Marketplace integration is completed successfully as well. So we touched on this a little bit earlier. The test results. Every test run produces a report with a pass-fail status, expected versus actual results, step-by-step screenshots, as well as a video playback. This looks something like this. These reports provide full traceability and are easy to share with team members or auditors, whatever the case may be. And you can see here, that's a very short test case, but you do get the option to see your results. Next, we'll take a look at TestWheel's load testing. Just navigate over to load test. Load testing is slightly different as it doesn't share the application page UI. It has its own separate UI. So you just go ahead and select, move down to the target test. In this case, it's demo load test. You configure your users briefly. So let's go ahead and do one short one right here. Offer a test name. Let's load user count, loop count, select your HTTP type, and provide a target URL. All right. Beyond that, TestWheel also does support transaction-based load testing And I have the report right here. This is what those test details look like. So again, you just provide the test name, user count, loop count, and select HTTP type. All right, and then this is what that report looks like. So TestWheel offers a Apdex metrics, response times, throughput, and error rates report, which you can see here. You just extract the files. And then go ahead and open up the report. And you'll see you have the ability to pinpoint any lapses in your performance. All right, TestWheel does also offer Zap integrated security testing built around OWASP Top 10. The reports show any alerts alongside the security threat level and the mitigations, if any, to avoid the threats. The integrations are expanding as we continue to develop the security scanning features. So things like crawling the websites and authenticated scans are soon to be coming as well. Mhm. That just about concludes our TestWheel demo today. So we managed to cover the dashboard, collaboration applications, the Excel workflow, Azure DevOps and Jira integrations, API testing, the chatbot, as well as test results and video playback and load testing. TestWheel helps reduce manual effort, catch bugs earlier, and deliver higher quality software faster, even in regulated federal environments. So thanks for joining us. We'll stick around for some questions. And if we do have questions that we cannot answer today, we will be happy to note them down for future conversations as well. So if you do have any questions, now's the time. You can go ahead and either unmute your mic or put them in the chat. And I would love to see if I have an answer for you. All right, I'll take that as I did a great job and I answered all your questions. If you do not have any questions, or if you do end up having questions later on down the road, please feel free to reach out to either Michael or myself through a phone call or email, and we'd be more than happy to reconnect with you at a later time as well. If you feel like you did not get the full breakdown within this webinar, I know 30 minutes seems like it should be more than enough time, but we could definitely give you a more comprehensive overview in a one-on-one session if that's something you're interested in. So please feel free to reach out to us. You will hear from us again shortly for any follow-up questions as well. No problem, David. Thanks a lot for joining. I appreciate you guys for coming out.